episode is sponsored by Teamhood, a modern project management system.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
I've looked over your CV.
Yes.
I see you worked at Global Limited. Wow.
Oh yes, for a number of years.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
What just happened?
Yeah, let's try this again, shall we?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
I have looked over your CV.
Yes.
I see you worked at the Global Limited.
Yes, for a number of years.
Very impressive.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks, Shirley, for joining me on the Agile Couch. It's always nice to see you here.
Thank you,
And
Simas.
we're at Agile Day Kaunas. And what just happened? What did we just do?
I don't know, we had twice the exact same conversation, word for word, right?
Exactly.
But-
And why we do that?
I don't know, because it felt like two totally different conversations. And actually, this is an activity that we just did. So for those of you who weren't there, now you know what you missed. We did an improv game activity, which goes about having a neutral text being read into different moods. And of course, like always, the purpose of the activity is not the activity itself, but mainly the debriefing behind that. And just also like with the two different conversations that we had right here, the first one I was kind of happy of being here, but the other one I was kind of nervous about you saying, okay,
scared.
Global Limited, is anything wrong about that company? Maybe I should justify myself.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how you felt.
Yeah, it was really, really interesting because at the beginning I felt energized, all was good, and then
Happy to see.
and then I feel that you're scared, and yeah, but why he's scared? Maybe I need to dig deeper, more into that, and I was anxious as well. Yeah, I was interested.
Hey.
What's going on in your head?
And we were role playing, by the way. So
it's just a game.
But it's really interesting to see that because I mean the reason why I also bring in improv activities with the teams I work with, because sometimes people don't realize how much their own mood actually influences what's happening. Like when you receive a text message or an email, depending on your mood, you could also read it in a totally different, this whole conversation, you could understand it, and then you start making assumptions of the others. So the critical thing is, like, playing this game really shows how important mood is, or non-verbal communication, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and I think as we were playing this game in the workshop, what I took away that it's not only the mood or the energy levels, but as well body language of how you're
totally.
sitting, whether you're standing or
a bit
grumpy
scared
or
yeah.
So all these things around makes a huge difference of how you're being understood by others and the energy levels. But what it is that you would maybe, I don't know, naturally would recommend for people in such situations where, I don't know, they feel that they're not heard or they're feeling that others are not listening.
So, I mean, I would say that first, already having that feeling is a great first step, because that also is a big awareness. But then it's like, maybe it could be also the option to say, hey, let's just like have something, because the thing is, when people feel not heard, it's easy to go into the blame mode. Like, hey, Simas, you're not listening to me, and like, I don't feel heard. But the risk is that we go into a kind of, but yes, I'm listening to you, and then it's a whole trying to convince that. I would find a kind of a playful way to bring that topic into the group. And like we did a couple of improv activities, really try and, because the important thing is to distance the fact or the feeling from what really happened. Maybe you've got so many things happening at the moment because you are doing 15 recordings through that day, and I'm saying, hey Simas, you have a minute, and you're like, yes, but I feel not heard. But of course, as long as you're not transparent with what's happening in your head,
you don't know how to respond. You don't know what's happening. And probably what I'm taking away from this actually is that it's openness from both sides.
Yeah.
Whether you're open by sharing your emotions or your feelings, why you're feeling like that, and if you have any concerns, and as well the other side, how the other side is capturing what you're seeing and what that other side is hearing.
Yeah, and for that thing, improv activities help with distancing ourselves from our emotions. Not like we are ignoring them. No, it's not that. But really like distancing ourselves from the drama. Because it would be easy to kind of get angry and so on. But like if we start to go playful with that and and like we had for this conversation, use different intonations with exactly the same text, or use an activity to kind of like another one that we did was this, you accuse me of something, like you can, come on, just accuse me of anything. Just.
What did you do today?
I mean, yeah. Sorry, you need to accuse me of something really specific, like you stole money from the company, or you just like punched holes in my car tires or something like that. Just.
Yeah. Why did you steal my car?
Well, actually, I stole your car because I actually needed to go someplace and I didn't have a car. I didn't find my car again. So as I found your car keys, I thought that was the most convenient way to get away.
But you could ask me to borrow.
That's true. So this activity is the yes because is actually I get accused of something and then I say yes, I totally did that, and I did that for a good reason.
Because and explaining the reason.
Yeah, exactly. And this is also a way of trying to like ease ourselves into acknowledging that something happened, in a way kind of taking responsibility, and then also like sharing
why you did something that you did, and what has happened, what were the consequences. I wonder, could you give any examples of good usage of these role-playing and improv activities, for example, for people that are listening, where they could use it from your perspective?
I mean, I would say when you see that communication in team is like people are making assumptions about somebody always being grumpy or somebody, like this would be a great way to do that. Like you would play this whole like good morning scenario that we did, and then just ask them to play around a specific role. And I would do a round, maybe a second one, maybe a third one, and then ask the team, hey, what did you notice? Because it's easy as facilitators to say, okay, you need to stop being grumpy, you need to whatever, but that doesn't help. So what's really important is that the team actually takes action onto that, and the team really like says, okay, we've seen that happening, we've seen the impact, what do we want to do with it?
So I think the main thing is that with such activities we can bring awareness for others of what do we feel, what do we understand.
Exactly.
And instead of saying that you did something or you did bad, you acted wrong, we can allow them to feel that through playfulness instead of saying that you did something just wrong.
Yeah, we could even ask like to switch roles. If like I felt like I was offended and you felt like you had so much work to do that you couldn't even like take anything like from what I was asking you, we could switch roles and like role play the same situation, but me being in your place and you being in my place. That also, it's like this awareness is created through that. That's really helpful, because when we have to work together anyway, it's like it's not about ignoring all the hurdles we go through life, because life is not always easy, but it's about like, okay, this happens, what do we do with it? And taking ownership on that.
Yeah. Thank you, Jean-Louis, for sharing your thoughts and perspectives.
Thank you, Simas.
I think we're out of time and you're heading to the next workshop.
Yes,
so
exactly.
It's so nice to have you.
Much.
Thank you for being here. See you next time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.